Ghoshal earned his PhD degree in engineering from Jadavpur University in 2014. He is currently working as Associate Professor in the Department of Information and Technology, St. Thomas College of Engineering and Technology, Kolkata. He has teaching experience more than 13 years. He has organized and chaired several special technical sessions in lots of international conferences. His research interest is in the area of machine learning and pattern recognition. He has plentiful number of referred publications in international journal papers, international conference papers, and international book chapters. He has also taken important role in organizing different technical activities in St. Thomas College of Engineering and Technology. We are very much pleased that he is with us in today's session. Now I would like to request Dr. Ghoshal to start his session.
Okay. Now today I'm giving a presentation on this topic, that is COVID-19 unfamiliar facts. The examples of technology used for contact tracing, because obviously, as I told, that for a single case, there will be a number of contacts are there. So, and also as there is a huge number of cases are being reported each and every day, it is not possible manually to contacts with all the cases, contacts with all the cases and contacts. So what has been done, that if the patients are getting a test for the COVID-19, all the patients' information to putting being put into the electronic system, and it is not possible for putting all the information for the COVID-19 for the test being conducted. That means for all people information, it is not possible to keep. But the solution is there, that you have to put only the positive test reports. No negative test report is not required. But you should keep the record that how much people you have tested. That is just like some days ago, 5 lakh, 20 lakh, 5 lakh, 28,000 tests was being done in a single day in India, which was a quite large amount. And among them, how much percentage of that was who were found positive? You should keep the record of only those positive test cases. But the total information, that means how much testing has been done, you keep track of only that number. But don't put all these details of the test case, all the details of the persons who were being tested negative. Support for isolation quarantine you have to provide, because you have to provide in a technical way. That means the daily calls to the each and every case's contacts is just impossible, and because it is a time consuming, also it is an impossible because it is a huge number. So solution is there. You can send a text message continuously to the to the contacts and the cases to restrict their movement or limit their contact with the others. Another use of technology is that a centralized database you can maintain containing the phone numbers and the locations maybe there. Like China and South Korea, they have done this thing. Health authorities can quickly link this positive test result with your recent contacts. So that means who were exposed to there, and through GPS, they can track their movements. Fine. So, and whenever they can track that this particular person was infected with SARS-CoV-2, and who were near about to that particular person, their GPS location, they can be traced, and they will send a text message that you are exposed with the COVID-19 case. So limit your movement, restrict your activity, and you should go in a quarantine for at least 14 days. You should send this type of text message through this GPS, and all these things is being done automatically. No human interaction is required. But the consensus there, the GPS technology is a not good way to identify the contacts, and also you may not identify or you may not agree that the governments or any other authorities can move their track. That means they can track their movements. So that is also a great concern. So this type of approach is not so much fruitful. Now the phone-to-phone notification alternative to this is the phone-to-phone notification of the contact. But for this, the applications are being developed. It is for the smartphones already. The smartphone users can download those applications which can communicate with the other persons having the same app, like Aarogya Setu, which is developed by the government of India. This app uses the Bluetooth technology to communicate with the you have been in the contact. So that means you are in the 6 feet distance or less than 15 minutes or something like that. If you have this app installed in your phone, and you are keeping the Bluetooth on, and the other person nearby to you, he or she is using the same app with the same technology. That means they are also that person is also take the Bluetooth on. So these two apps can communicate with each another. They can exchange the information that whether any contacts or whether you have any case of the COVID-19 positive cases reported there or not. And based on that, they will be giving a warning that you were exposed to the COVID-19 positive case. If a diagnosis with the COVID-19, then also you can submit that information to the through this app to the directly to government, so that it can this information can be spread around your other persons, so that the other persons who are using the same app, they will be getting notified that they were exposed to a COVID-19 positive case. But the added value is that the contacts are notified of their exposure immediately. That means it is a very fast, they will be getting informed. And also the basic principle, that means the identity of the case and the contacts will remain confidential. Also, that is the main problem is this one. It is totally dependent on the how much people are using this particular app. Even if I have installed this app, I have not the access, you have not used this one, or you have kept the Bluetooth off, then also this technology will not work. So Aarogya Setu is actually a contact tracing app, and we should use this app. Without using, if you are not using this app properly, then your information will not be shared. Like what is happening is that the timeline of the contact information. Suppose you were home, two people were nearby to you. Again, in the train, two people will be having in the physical contact with the less than 6 feet distance for less than 15 minutes time. You are moved to the work. Again, the same situation. Some people will be in the physical contact. Then you have come back to home, and when you were coming back to home, next day you were suffering from the fever. So all these contacts who were exposed to there, exposed in the scenario with you, then all these contacts will be informed that they were in the quarantine, exposed with the COVID-19 case, and they will be asked to quarantine themselves for 14 days at least. Now I'm giving you some guidelines how to use this Aarogya Setu app, which is nothing but a contact tracing app. If you go to the Play Store, use this one, there you will find this Aarogya Setu app. When you install this one, you will find that language option is there. You can choose any language, English, Hindi, Gujarati, etc. All these options are there. Next, this type of scenes will appear, and we'll go to next. All these informations will be supported or informing you about this recent pandemic. Then lastly, it will ask the register now. Whenever it is register now, if you tap on this one, this particular terms and service of the privacy of this is coming. The privacy means your identity will not be disclosed like that. Whenever you agree this one, this access location permission will be asked to you. If you allow this one, then it will be asked that your mobile number, asking your mobile number. When you put your mobile number, it will be providing an OTP to there, and you have to put this OTP, and then you got registered in this Bluetooth in this Aarogya Setu app. When you are registered in there, the homepage looks like this: that you are in safe or in this area. How much number of COVID-19 positive cases have been diagnosed in the last 28 days? All this information has been informed in there, and this if you click on this one, this assess again or the assess yourself, whatever that, as I have already done for the first time, so it is in the second time it will be shown in the assess again. Otherwise, it will assess first or self-assess. They will be asking you about some informations that whether you have experiencing any symptoms, or whether you have any cough and you have traveled in somewhere, you were applied, all these things you were. The question is being asked to you, and you are giving the correct answers. Then they will say that your infection is low or your infection is high or something like that. And whenever you are clicking on the see recent contacts, if you tap on this one, it will show you like this one, that you have captured the 3 Aarogya Setu users proximate to you, who is nearly to you, and their health conditions. Green sign means they were healthy or in the low risk, and if anybody is feeling unwell, they will be shown in the different color. Now, suppose you were positive with the COVID-19 case, and how to put that information through this one into the through this government, through this app. If you tap this one in the left side, in the left side top, this 3 dash signs is there. If you tap on there, this menu will appear, and you tap on the shared data with the government, and when this you are tapping on there, this particular scene is being arriving that whether the sample collected for testing or you were tested positive with the COVID-19, what the situation is applicable for you, you tap on there, all this information will be submitted to the government. Next approach to fight with the COVID-19, the machine learning approach is obviously required because total the number of cases and the number of cases, total number of cases in the COVID-19 is getting increasing it day by day, and it is obviously not possible to do all this thing in the manually. You require the machine interaction, and obviously the machine learning is the best solution. Use of the machine learning, it can be used for the diagnosis of patients. But what the features can be used, you can treat, it is a probable features that the fever, heart rate, the sensation of taste or smell or information collected from the CT scan images of the chest, all this information you can consider the features. Just like in the table, you see that the P1, that is the person one, you are noting its fever, you are noting its heart rate, whether the taste or smell the person can feel or not. CT scan information, it may be more than one information you are getting, and your final COVID status positive. For second person, you are noting it positive. For the this way, in number of people you are noting down this one, and suppose for the nth people it is negative. So if you train all these things into the supervised classifier, like previously explained that in the previous lectures there was lots of supervised classifiers has been explained to you, and if you put this one based on this, and if you put the new data of a particular patient who is put the information of these parameters as the fever, heart rate, taste or smell or something of the other information, the algorithm will say that this supervised algorithm will predict or will classify that whether this particular person is probable positive, COVID positive or positive negative. So this can be done in this way. Next one, that is it can develop the drugs faster way, because the current methods involves lots of trial and error which takes a long time, and machine learning approach already there is a previous history that for the machine learning approach in the Bayesian model, which played the important role in case of the Ebola virus prevention. And also you can predict the spread of the disease. That means suppose in a time frame of the 2 months or in the 5 months, how much number of people will be infected in India or in the world by this COVID-19 positive case. It can be used, it can be predicted, and prediction can also be done by this machine learning also. Just like IISA or the MIT has been doing the prediction that in the next 2021 in the March or April, something like that, that more than 2.87 lakhs of the people will be infected with COVID-19 patient with COVID-19 in a single day if there is no vaccine comes. So this type of prediction is already being happening through this machine learning. So that is the use of the machine learning in case of the COVID data analysis. Thank you.